Hi, I'm Dr. Jenine Beekhuyzen, lead author of Qualitative Data Analysis with NVivo, 4th edition. Here today we're going to look at some of our AI-powered autocoding. We're going to use autocoding to code data based on existing coding patterns. So in this particular video, we're going to demonstrate that we have a number of interview files here that have been coded, and then we're going to auto-code another set of interview files that haven't been yet coded based on the coding we've previously done. So the way we would do this is we would select the files that have no coding to date, which you can see by the zeros and the references and codes there. On our right-click menu, we can auto-code, and that gives us the option to go and use existing coding patterns. So we're going to base the coding of these 6 interviews based on the interviews that have been coded previously by us manually. And next. So I need to go and select the codes or relationships to code to, and I want to code to all of the codes that I have here. So I'm going to select all codes. And OK. Then I'm going to choose which files we want to base the coding on. So these are the ones we've already coded to. So these are sitting in our interviews folder, and you can see that they're available to us, which means that they have coding, manual coding to them. And then we go next, and it may take some time for us, for our NVivo to work through each of those files. We receive a report at the end of that process, which shows that there were 31 coding instances where there were no issues detected, and we can see the report of what was coded where. There was one instance of coding an entire file. We can have a look at the reason for that. There was some insufficient coding as well, and then there was some that was just simply no coding. So that was our social media data and so on. So I realized I did select the folder, which also had some subfolders in that sample project, and they weren't actually relevant. So NVivo has worked that out for me. And next. Now we decide whether we want to code sentences or paragraphs. I tend to code for sentences and then expand the coding context where necessary, but you have the option to do that or entire cells. And then I'm going to finish that. Give it a moment to auto-code. What we get is a matrix. If we want this all on one screen, we can transpose that up on the ribbon there and flip that around. And it's basically showing us for Barbara, Charles, and Dorothy where those files were coded. So it hasn't coded Betty and Paul necessarily or Helen because there's no text there. They've just been imported, but it certainly has coded any file that has text in it that we've pointed to, and we can see I actually prefer the traffic light system, the green being the most coding, the red being the least coding, so we can start to see where some of those patterns are. And that is our auto-coding powered by AI for existing coding patterns. So it's that pattern-based auto-coding which identifies passages with similar words and applies those codes. Enjoy autocoding in NVivo.